All right, welcome everybody. It's your man. We're on my YouTube show. I got a very exclusive interview today. It's the most interesting man in the world. I'm your host, Remy Marcus. We're live today. We just had Ashley Judd. I want to introduce everybody to the future West Virginia 2nd District Congressman, Mr. Aaron Scheinberg. Great to have you on the show.
Great to be on your show.
Appreciate you coming out. He actually came down from Eastern Panhandle, West Virginia to Nashville. Like I said, he did a big fundraiser with Ashley, and I'm getting the exclusive interview with him. I'm really excited to have him. Aaron, go ahead and before we get in transition into the questions, if you would like to give my audience just a quick bio of yourself real quick.
Yeah, hey everyone. I'm Aaron Scheinberg. I'm a West Point grad and an Iraq War veteran, and I'm running for Congress in West Virginia's 2nd District to unseat Alex Mooney, because for far too long, career politicians like Alex Mooney have forgotten what it means to serve. They've forgotten what it means to get things done. And it's time that we have a member of Congress who's going to put the working men and women of our country first, that's going to represent West Virginia and what we need to thrive and to grow. And that's why I'm here. We're building allies all over the country. I refuse to take any corporate PAC money. And that means I've got to raise from individuals. If we're going to unseat an incumbent, a two-party Republican, we need allies all over the country. So that's why I'm here. That's why we go all over the country to build allies in our cause to win this and to truly fight for West Virginia.
I'm trying to promote West Virginia ideals. It's great what he's doing. You guys know my background, especially people who know me closely. I'm a progressive Democrat, but I try not to be biased. And what Aaron's doing, he can reach across the aisle. Right now he's doing it with support and activists, and he'll do it in Congress. And Alex Mooney, it's not to say he's a Tea Party guy for you people that don't know, but the guy's from Maryland. He votes against West Virginia values. He's voted against the Affordable Health Care Act, voted against the environment. I mean, this is a guy that'll protect the water and protect the environment in West Virginia, the whole state, like Senator Byrd did and Senator Rockefeller. But Aaron, so my first question is, it got brought up earlier when you were speaking to Ashley, the Paycheck Fairness Act. It's had a lot of traction in Congress, but not went well. What would you do to fight so we can bridge that gap, that almost 20-cent gap per dollar that a woman makes less than a man?
Yeah, so as leaders, we can do things individually, and how we run our own campaigns, what we do when we're members of Congress, and then obviously there's legislation.
Of course.
But throughout our campaign, I've been saying we've got to be the change that we want to see.
Exactly.
So we have to start with a goal that, and what is right morally, ethically, but also economically, that we should have 50-50 representation of men and women across the board in CEO roles, in board roles, and of course in Congress. And that also means that's how I'm running my campaign. My campaign manager, Elizabeth Gale, is incredible. We make sure that we have
great lady, great staffer.
Every event we do, every panel, if we're talking to experts on our staff, our volunteers, we make sure we have 50-50 representation and that they're paid equally. So we have to start as leaders to do that, and everyone can do that in your own field of work,
in your own community, wherever.
Exactly. And then legislation-wise, we have to find the right levers that are going to fix this. There's obviously unintended consequences of every bill that you propose. So whether it's the fair pay...
That's a huge legislative bill.
Yeah, exactly. We have to make sure it's going to work. So we have to start with the goal we want to get to, which is a man and a woman working at the same job, doing the same thing.
Right.
Obviously should be paid the same. So we have to figure out, how do we get to that?
Has the same qualifications.
Exactly.
Yes. And I had a college professor tell me about that. That's a story I'll put on my own, but she had to fight for that at my alumni Fairmont State. So then my second question is, it got brought out. I must have missed that in your bio. I didn't know you played college football. I should have known, especially me being a high-level basketball coach and a high school and AAU basketball coach. I love that sports connection. I could tell you're a competitive guy, especially you being a veteran. I knew there was some kind of sports background, but I just missed it. So your college football career, you almost reminded me of a Rudy, because you were, he met you as a freshman, so you were on the scout team working hard on the practice squad. when you progressed your career, obviously, I'm sure you played 4 years, correct? Okay. Kind of talk about how you progressed and how your playing time heightened. If you were a starter or not, I'd love to hear that, and I know my audience would as well.
Well, I went to West Point, and this was before 9/11, but
Right.
a lot of the reasons why I did was because I love the idea that you would get trained both on the physical aspect and on the academic and mental,
Right.
that was like the Greek mentality of
course.
the mind and the body. And I was an athlete through college, or through high school and college, some of which was because I had a little bit of ADD.